Welcome to Bonehead Weekly Fun Size. This week's episode, how shall we title it, James? James.
I was just going to have respect for our elders and talk about great films that star people over 80 years old.
Would you like a butterscotch?
Now that Chad's done having his stroke, real quick.
Oh no, I'm not done. I'm not done.
That's not. By the way, he actually is not mocking the elderly. He has severe medical issues.
My bursitis.
Get him diagnosed.
You damn kids.
So, all right, I'll go first. Mine is almost a stretch because elderly. He was 78, 79 when he made this movie. He died at 80, but mine is Richard Farnsworth and David Lynch's A Straight Story. It's the David Lynch film that no one talks about because it's a David Lynch film that doesn't really look like a David Lynch film. Chad?
Completely agree.
Completely agree, but it actually is, with The Elephant Man, to me, one of his best films in Blue Velvet. It is a straight story. It's about an old man who no longer can drive. His brother is sick. He wants to go see him 250 miles, and it's based on a true story. So he takes a 30-year-old lawnmower and drives there that goes 5 miles an hour from Iowa to Wisconsin. And Richard Farnsworth was a character actor for many, many years who didn't really get his comeuppance till late in life. And then he was diagnosed with cancer and he committed suicide. And I don't want to go too much into that, but
yeah,
he is pitch perfect in it. He was nominated for an Oscar. I think people have forgotten about this movie. It was not a huge hit. It's actually done for the Walt Disney Company. I don't even know if Chad knew that.
Yep.
It is a low budget film, but it's fantastic. So if you're a David Lynch fan, or if you're just a fan of great stories, check out The Straight Story.
The movie I'm going to pick is from one of my favorite actors of all time, and I have never laughed harder at a performance than I have in this
I know
film.
what you're going to do.
I am, of course, talking about Burgess Meredith, who was 86 years old when he did Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to go another way. All right.
Nope. Burgess Meredith in Grumpy Old Man, and then subsequently the sequel, Grumpier Old Man, which also has one of the death scenes where I admittedly cried like a baby at. So, but Burgess Meredith in both of those films made me laugh every time. I have seen these movies at least 10 times, and still when he's on the screen playing his old perverted self, I just laugh every single time. And if you haven't seen them, please check them out, just for the fact not only do you have the comedic duo of Matthau and Lemon, but then in my personal opinion, in a lot of scenes, Burgess Meredith runs laps around both of them. Plus Burgess Meredith is just an amazing actor who doesn't really get a lot of credit nowadays.
Burgess got the plum role.
Yes.
The other two have to carry the movie.
Yes.
And Burgess got to show up, talk some shit, and walk off.
And
it is the plum roll.
And if just for humor's sake, check out the blooper reel. It is comedy.
That's what I was going to
gold.
say. The outtakes are worth your money.
Yep. Just like Cannonball Run 2.
I'm going to have to go a little bit old school. I'm going to have to go with Jessica Tandy. I'm going to have to go with Driving Miss Daisy, Fried Green Tomatoes, all that stuff. But I wanted to say Jessica Tandy because you can't watch Driving Miss Daisy without saying it doesn't work as well unless she's in that role. She does bring something to that. But I'm going to pull Chad and do a quick twofer. I also have to mention she did 2 movies came out in 2018. Neither one she's the major role, but I got to give some love to Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury. She was the mayor in the remake, the third version of Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, and she was the balloon lady at the end of Mary Poppins Returns, which was originally supposed to be the original Mary Poppins, but she passed on it to do another film, which we won't name. Angela Lansbury.
What movie did she pass on to go do? I want to know now.
I'll be honest, the reason I said we'll pass is I forgot. But the movie she did, like I looked at it and be like, why in the world did you pass to do a cameo in a movie that I think, however you feel about Mary Poppins Returns, is a lesser film? Angela Lansbury and Jessica Tandy.
You should have went with Dick Van Dyke on that one.
No.
We're going to do a twofer.
The reason I can't go Dick Van Dyke is
he's still going.
No, I can't do Dick Van Dyke. I know we got to edit this for time, but I can't do Dick Van Dyke.
No, we don't edit shit. I'll spend an hour later on this going, where do I cut James at?
The reason I didn't do Dick Van Dyke, Joe, well, if you want to say Dick Van Dyke, is because I don't like his Cockney accent. There, I said it.
All right,
I don't think it's accurate.
Check out those movies, except for the ones James said.
So much hate for Angela Lansbury.
Bonehead Weekly Fun Size.